Hi everyone, this is Chris Stewart here with training footage from October 14th, 2014. Today in training I did power snatches, presses in the split, and power cleans with jerks. So the very first things you're seeing are the power snatches, and this is the first time I've actually done power variations of these lifts in a long time. I'm talking probably year and a half since I very first started. Um, the programming cycle that my teammates just ran had a lot of power variations mixed in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it seemed like, but I wasn't doing that programming because I was peaking for a meet. My thoughts on the power snatches is it went pretty well. Felt really strong coming off the ground, and any power movements aren't really my issue, at least for cleans and snatches anyway. Um, Usually my issue is getting underneath that bar a little quicker. I have no issues over pulling the bar, so I don't know how much these are going to actually benefit me, but this is like the last week of programming we're running, so I figured I'd do them since I haven't done them in a while. I did feel a little irritation in my left shoulder. I don't know if it's from some discrepancy I'm having on the pull or if it's weak or what, but these shoulder issues are really starting to kind of mount up, and I'm gonna have to it seems like every training session I walk away with a little bit of shoulder irritation. Next are the presses in the split, 3 reps. I am gonna start kind of, instead of just doing these, I'm gonna start focusing on doing these correctly, which sounds kind of bad to do, but these are really a warm-up for cleans and jerks. I want to make sure I keep my weight evenly distributed. My center of gravity is distributed evenly between my front and back foot, and I have a tendency to get up on that front foot and have most of my weight placed on it. So now on to the power cleans and jerks. 70 kilos there, pretty simple. The power cleans are pretty easy, honestly. Again, this is not an issue I really need to address, is power variations. I feel like I think I would benefit from some high hang stuff to pull myself underneath the bar faster, which seems to be my issue. I need to distinguish on when to cut off that second pull and start pulling myself underneath the bar instead of just pulling the bar up the entire time. The jerks are average at best. I have all the same issues that I've been having on jerks for the last since I began training. They just don't feel comfortable and they don't feel right. My coach gave me another cue today, is try and push out those elbows away from each other, basically, which is supposed to give you a easier rack position or a nicer rack position, and allow you to keep that upper back a little bit tighter, I think, is the purposes for that cue. So I'm going to play around with using that in the next couple months and see if that ends up helping me at all. It's really the catch position of the jerk that feels awkward, though. I mean, I need to focus on making sure I have my feet split out wider than they do. I have a bad tendency to allow those feet to almost form a straight line, which means you have no balance then. I mean, someone can come up and shove you over, or the weight can be a little off balance over your head and you're going to fall over, and that's why you commonly see me taking little steps to correct that, and those steps are 90% of the time outward like that, and that's just for balance reasons. I'm not splitting wide enough, well, not necessarily wide enough in, if you think of it as an XY axis, and not wide enough in the X axis, and I usually split wide enough in the Y axis, it seems like, though. Thanks for watching.